have her. We are happy that she took the time out to come and sit with us today. We got a few questions to ask her about her life as an actress and her entrepreneurial endeavors as well, because they are really going to be a help to the rest of the community, not only the entertainment community, but also those who are looking to improve their financial status, their credit, and things like that. So we about to get into it, y'all. How you doing, Carolyn?
Thank you guys for inviting me. I'm so excited.
Yes, we are excited to have you. Yes, how's the weather out there? You in
Warm,
LA, right? Y'all still
warm, nice. Global warming is in live effect.
Oh man. Oh man, yeah, we still kind of we actually had a fall day today over here on the East Coast. It's kind of dreary, a little cold, a little bit of rain, but we still kicking. We dreaming of the California weather. We happy that you
It's always sunny. Yeah, it's always sunny here.
Beautiful weather.
Big up to California, aye.
Yeah.
California love, man. California love. So yeah, so that's that's a good spot for entertainers, I hear. So
it's the Mecca.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dope. When did you actually get over there?
2013. I came in a little Toyota Corolla with $500 in my pocket, no job lined up, but I was like, I'm ready to get out here and get it started. So,
wow,
$1 and a dream.
Wow. So, where you originally from?
Newport News, Virginia.
Okay.
Big up to Newport News. What's up? 757. Where y'all at?
Represent.
So, do you miss Newport, Virginia?
I miss the 757 people and the food. Okay. But there's so much opportunity elsewhere. Newport News is such a very small area. So it's an area where you start a family, settle down, good housing, and good food. I miss the food.
Man, so basically, it's like a laid back area. Like a laid back. When you want to just go somewhere just to hide away from the public.
I miss fishing, skating. Yeah.
Skating ring. What's up? Shout out to Peninsula. Remember Peninsula?
Yes.
Yes. Back in the day, man, we used to take the bus over there.
I just bought some skates out here.
Oh, okay. That's so you got the 3-wheeler, you got the 4-wheelers.
I still got the 4-wheelers. Look, listen now, I ain't doing that out here. Not in these streets. These pothole streets. No.
Keeping it simple. So I want to get into it. I want to ask you a couple of questions, Carolyn, about your acting career and just some generalized questions that we came up with. And the first thing I wanted to know is, like, when did you know for a fact that acting was what you were going to do with your life?
I was 12 years old, and I remember I auditioned for the Summer Institute of the Arts in Newport News, and I think I wasn't prepared at all that day, but when I stepped on the stage, I immediately felt like I was home, like I could be the weird self that I don't show a lot of people, and the people made me feel like I was accepted. So Summer Institute of the Arts, from there, it was on and popping. I went to Summer Institute of the Arts from 7th grade all the way up until my junior year of high school, and then graduated from there and went to VCU and got my theater degree from there. And that was a whole nother ballgame in and of itself.
Dope. How was theater life in college? Was it a lot different than what you were used to?
It was the groundwork. It taught me a lot. I'm so grateful for VCU and the teachers and the classes and the instruction that they gave me. They prepared me for everything that I brought to LA to be able to be in film and television. I love theater. Theater is, look, when the show starts, there's no cutting. There's no stopping. You got to be about it. It's about teamwork. and it's about building a family with the people that you're on stage with your ensemble. So I'm so happy for having theater as my background.
Dope. Speaking of family, I was going to ask you about like a balance between your family life and being in that entertainment world, because I know that might be it might be easy for some people, but it might be a struggle for some. So can you speak on that and how it affects you and your family?
Yeah. Being in LA, for when I moved from all family. So it was really hard at first, especially being in a big city. You've got to balance at least being able to talk on the phone with them. Because when I first moved to LA, I don't think I went back home until 4 years later to see family. So it was really hard. The thing I've learned now to do is make sure that I FaceTime, try to call, because I'll be honest, I'm not the best at calling because you're so busy with doing things here, especially in film and television, that time can just kind of dissipate and go by so quickly, especially when you're filming, because you're away on set for anywhere from an hour to 12 hours, or if you're traveling out of the country to film. So it's just making sure that you communicate on the phone, FaceTiming, trying to make sure that you book out dates so that you have time to go visit your family. But it's something I'm still learning how to balance. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Do you feel like any of your family is kind of like more so upset about you being apart than others?
No. I think one thing you want to do is have a conversation with them before you leave, or even before I left. They knew what I wanted to do. So they were very proud of it, and they're very proud of me. So they just, it's just like, go do your thing out there, you know?
Yeah.
That's
so you got a warm send off. That's
yeah.
Always
that everybody's on the same page and on the board. That's real.
Yeah.
That's what you call love and family support.
Yeah. And I'm very fortunate for that, because a lot of people I speak to, they're not as fortunate. I've heard a lot of people say that their family members were like, don't go out there and do that. You're never going to make it. It's so hard to get into. Make sure you have that backup plan. And honestly, coming out here, I thought I would have a backup plan. I used to do hair on the side. And I was like, okay, here's going to be my backup plan. You can't have a backup plan if you're trying to be in film and television and be of a higher status with it. You can't do that.
You got to focus solely on
it's your one and only. Yeah. You
So
got to love it.
That means you ate it, you slept it, and that's what you was heart deep into it.
Dreaming it. Yeah.
They go because they ambition about it.
Quick shout out to our listeners tuning in. Hey Puff, what's up, Sean? Thank you for tuning in the comments. We see you. And somebody in the comments section actually had a question, Carolyn. They wanted to know, do you see yourself doing any huge roles right now, or like big roles right now?
Absolutely. If any big roles, bring them to me. Yes. Right now I am currently auditioning heavily, trying to get in spots so that you all can see me more often. I have done a couple films where I have had a lead role in, but it's all a work in process, and it takes a while. I like to tell people, if you look at, and just speaking from a woman of color, if you look at the other women of color, other people of color that are on film and television, go look at their real age and how old they really are, where you're seeing them on TV then versus when they started. Samuel Jackson didn't start getting really, really big until he was older. It takes a while. It takes a while.
You got to put that time in. You got to put that time in.
So what would you say your favorite project or role was so far that you've done?
I did a film called Swipe, and it's about 3 African American women who basically are robbing all the people in the cyber world. And my character was Toya, and she's just real gritty. She's the money maker. She gets the money for him. I loved that character because I got to be able to play this hard, like, go get her, get in the money, do it, cussing out the men who are trying to keep me in a woman's place. So I loved it. I loved it.
It's funny you said that, Carolyn, because I was, I did my little background on you beforehand, and I was watching. I saw a couple of your films, and when I saw that one, I was like, oh, she's serious. She got this. She got this down pat. Because you were amazing. Like, in case y'all don't know, me and Carolyn is the homie, the home girl. So me knowing, kind of knowing you on the side, I was like, she did that thing right there. I was like, no, she did. So yeah, that was amazing. You were amazing in that too. So,
thank you so much.
Yeah, that was yes. I said, oh, she got this. So let me see what the comments. Somebody said, would you work with 50 with Star? Would you consider doing that?
I actually, when I first moved out here to LA, I worked for this film producer as his assistant, and their production company worked with 50 Cent's production company. The producer I worked for helps produce Power. So absolutely. Put me on BMF right now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, I can see you with your own series. I can see you with your own series.
Hey, you can give me that too. We can be in the video post scandal.
When you gonna come up with maybe you can do a sitcom. Do a sitcom.
I have 2 sitcoms I'm writing right now. That will be out soon. Black centered. One is called Cali Ventures. And it's about 2 Black girls who come out from the East Coast to the West Coast and all the crazy things that happen in between while they pursue their dreams in California. That one's going to be like it's a comedy. Well, more like a dramedy. It'll be like Fresh Prince meets Martin meets Sister.
Interesting.
Nice.
That's
cool. So we got a couple. What's up, Ashanti? We got a couple of other questions from some of our listeners. She said, "Is there something that you've learned on the set that school didn't teach you?"
Oh yes. Marauders was one of the biggest sets I was on, where I was actually acting with Christopher Maloney, who's from Law and Order, and Dave Bautista, all of them. The one thing that I learned from them, usually they teach you, have your script down packed, make sure you break down your character, all of that. I came on set ready to go, very green, very eager. As soon as they said camera rolling, one of the actors came over to me and said, follow my lead, and just started talking. I'm like, oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, we improv it too. So I learned that when you come on set, be ready for any and everything. Be ready to have it. Make sure you have your script memorized, but also just be able to play, because that's all they're doing. And I think in these classes, they say play, but it's playing off of the lines that we've learned versus when you get on that set, you be your character and just flow within what your character is. And it taught me how to have way more confidence in myself than just being starstruck.
I know I'm the shit and I'm going to make it happen.
And don't let anybody else take the scene from you. If it's your scene, get your scene.
That's right. Well, there you go. There you have it. All you actresses, actors coming up, listening in. This is some golden nuggets for y'all, and we're gonna give it to y'all for free today. But so one other question in the comments, and then I got another question myself. Do you ever still feel nervous being on TV?
Every day. I think if I wasn't nervous, then this wouldn't be something that I wouldn't want to do anymore. I'm nervous every time I do an audition. I'm nervous every time I step on set. but I take that nervousness and put it into the work. I feel like it's healthy. It's healthy. If it's something you really want to do, you gonna be a little nervous about it.
Mm-hmm. Because that means
But
you take it serious.
still confident in the fact that can't nobody do what I do. I'm the only person that can bring me
That's
to this
right.
role.
Ain't nothing
So
about ain't nothing wrong with
That's
that.
right. That's right.
mhm.
So thanks Creep Puff, thanks Ashanti, thanks Sean for y'all questions. I appreciate it. And I really want to get into your entrepreneurship and your business and things like
Mhm.
that. So I wanted to ask you, so since you're not only a talented entertainer, but you're also an entrepreneur, tell us a little bit about how you came to start your business and how you decided that's what you wanted to do to serve others.
Yeah, so transparency. When I moved to California, California is not the cheapest state. It's not the easiest state
That is
to
true.
to live in. So when I got here, my credit was terrible to say the least. I didn't know anything about credit before I moved out here. Growing up, they don't teach that in school, which I really think that they should. Um, but it was terrible. So when I was trying to find a place to live, I had all the monies to be able to pay, but my credit was terrible. So no one would approve me. So I was homeless for a little bit. And I was like, I don't know what to do until a friend of mine who knew how to repair credit, she taught me everything that I needed to do, helped me
Mm.
get things removed. All of a sudden, doors started opening. And I'm like, people of color, people in poverty need to know these keys because this is essential to living. A lot of people are like, "Oh, well, I don't have to bother with credit. I just have cash."
It don't work all the
No,
time. Mm-mm.
no, it does not. Credit can get you out of a job. Credit can keep you out of a home, keep you out of the best cars, mortgages, in any and everything, vacations. A lot of people don't know that people are leveraging their credit based off of everything else, their business, going on trips, buying things. Like, credit is so important. So
Yeah.
my sister and I decided that we needed to create something to help people understand what credit is. So that's how we developed Real Credit Repair, which is a DIY credit repair ebook that literally breaks down every single thing you need to remove collections, bankruptcies, student loans, inquiries, anything that you need removed off your credit the legal way.
Okay.
Um, and we also provide templates for you as well. So
That's
it's something that we feel like is needed.
Nice. So, do you feel like your financial stability was affected at all being in the entertainment business? Do you feel like you've been negatively like impacted or anything like that by like others around or watching like keeping up with the Joneses type thing?
That's California. Hmm. California is a keeping up with the Joneses place because a lot of people here put on the facade that they have money
mm-hmm.
when they don't. Um, a lot of people are lying, just like they say, don't believe everything that social media portrays. Don't believe everything that social media portrays because people are lying out here. I remember at one point going to different networking parties out here. You're trying to fluff your feathers. You're trying to be like, look at me. This is who I am, so that you can network with these people who actually have the money. And I got a rude awakening from a casting director who basically put me in my place and was like, do you even know? She literally asked me, she was like, do you know who I am? Do you know what I could do when you're sitting here trying to flaunt around and act like you're this person when you're not? I can see through you.
Mm.
Um,
Wow.
so I learned right then and there that I needed to be my complete self and not try to be something different than, not try to be something that I think people want me to be. So that's why I'm always completely
Trying to
honest.
impress the social media, basically.
Mhm. Mhm.
You're
Mhm.
not putting on
Yeah.
for the gram no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to our comments, our listeners. Welcome, Envy. What's up? Shanti had a question. She said, "What expenses do you have as an actress in LA? I.e., what are you spending money on for your career?"
Okay. Acting is expensive.
Yes.
I didn't realize that when they said paying your dues meant you were for sure paying your dues.
Wow.
So on a monthly basis, you have to have acting profiles. So if you want to be an actress and come to LA, Atlanta, New York, any of the really large cities, you'll need to have a headshot. Those headshots will generally be between $75 for the cheaper end, and that's just getting you a little snapshot to put on the acting profile, all the way up to $800. Um, you need to have 3 to 4 looks with those headshots based off of what you think you can portray and give to people
Mm-hmm.
on TV. So on top of having, I paid about 300 for my headshots. So 300 for your headshot. Then you have acting profiles. You have actors access, which is what you have to be on if you want to do film and TV. You have
Mm-hmm.
LA casting, which is your commercials. It also does film and TV, but it's mainly for commercials, as well as casting networks, which is with LA casting. Actors Access is a free acting profile, but you're going to be paying for your headshots to be up there, as well as every single acting clip that you have,
Mm.
which could take you to about maybe $65 for paying for your Actors Access profile. Now, if you want a premium Actors Access profile, which allows you to submit tons of auditions to any casting director that you want on that acting profile, that's going to be $65 for 6 months. LA casting is about $25
Mm.
per month for you. You're also going to have to pay to have your headshots and acting clips up there as well.
Mm.
You have a lot of little others backstage. You can pay for that one as well. Backstage isn't as big in LA if you're trying to do major TV and film, at least from my experience. Then you have acting classes that you have got to be in. Those can range anywhere from $125 to $1,000
Ooh.
that you're going to pay for. You got to be in this monthly. Um, oh, there's so many other
That just
things.
to keep you up on your game, like for the
Mhm.
classes, is it optional or you have like some of your roles require you to do classes?
None of the roles require you to do classes. This is just to fine tune your instrument,
Oh, okay.
and make sure that you're up on it so that when those auditions comes, when you're on set, you'll be able to play with the big dogs.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um,
Just preparing.
which exactly, it's preparing you.
Oh,
You cannot take acting classes. It's just then you want to be in the community to make sure that you're gathering with the community to be able to practice scenes, practice monologues.
Yeah.
You can also get an acting coach, which is something that I do a lot of times when I have an audition, because that's different than a class. A class, you have a group of people
Yeah.
who are working at one time, versus that acting coach is specifically working with you on that specific character and that specific audition. So that can range from $50 on up for getting
Mm.
that per audition. For me, I have 3 to 6 auditions in a week.
Wow.
So you've got, remember, we have that bill. What else? Then self-taping is a really big thing now, especially since COVID. So you want to make sure that you have a setup at home to do your auditions. You want to
mm.
have at least a ring light, maybe 2 studio lights to go on your side to light you, and then
Mm.
a backdrop, similar to what I have here. Um, that'll be about 150 for a good package with that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
Well, thanks, Carolyn.
mhm.
Ashanti has some great questions. Another one of her questions is: are the classes beneficial, or are there any frauds to watch out for, like scammers with the acting classes out there in LA?
Uh, okay, this is in general, not just in LA. People have scams.
Yeah.
So, what you want to make sure that you do before you join a class is ask them if you can audit the class, which basically means you can sit in that class for free for one day to see
Check
how
it
the
out.
process goes. See if that teacher is somebody you like to work with. A lot of acting classes out here that I've audited, I've watched how a teacher taught, and I'm like, the way they instruct is not for me. I don't want somebody throwing a shoe at me. I don't want somebody cussing me out. I
Yeah.
just need you to tell me how to get better. Okay.
Make you feel like you're in
Um,
the army, don't it?
exactly. Now, there are some classes out here that are not a scam,
Mm.
but in my experience and coming from VCU, uh, how do I put this? Some of what they instruct can be a lot of BS.
Mm.
Um, where it's like, what's an example I could give? Maybe you're sitting in class and they're like, we just need you to do playable action. Okay. Do y'all know what that means?
No, absolutely not.
I have no idea.
Exactly. And we're sitting in class like, I don't know what you mean. I'm not going to get anywhere. Basically, you want to have somebody who's very upfront, who can be able to look at you and say, okay, this is what you need to be able to move forward. Who also is not trying to flaunt their own feathers, because you have some teachers out here who are like, I was in this TV show, I was in this commercial. And so you've got to listen to everything that I'm telling you to do, because my way is the right way. There is no right way to go about this industry. You are your own specific person. I have my own personality. So you don't want somebody trying to make you into something that you're not. You just want to try to make sure that you're listening to these teachers and picking apart the good and the bad. Let the bad go in and out the ear. Let the good stick with you.
Amen.
So at the end of the day, God should be able to tell you if that class is right for you or not.
Yeah. Gotta use your kind of how you feel on the inside about it. If you feel funny,
Yeah.
it's the same about everything else in life. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
get a funny feeling, do a little bit of research,
Mm-hmm.
make sure you do your background and check it out first.
Mm-hmm.
So that's some good advice. So
Mm-hmm.
Sean said in the comments that you're spending thousands on being the best that you can be. So your money, it seems like is going towards bettering your craft, right? So that leads me to my next question, which is: do you feel like other entertainers, or like this is like an opinion? In your opinion, do you feel like other entertainers handle their finances well? I know you've been around a lot of people in the industry and stuff. So.
Mm-hmm. I'll say this: it depends on how long your money's going. For
Yeah.
for beginner actors who are just generally doing short films to get credit, and who have just moved out here, I have noticed that they're not spending their finances the way that they need to be spent. You want to make sure that whatever money you're getting, that you are setting money aside in savings, that you are setting some money aside in, I won't say stock per se, because you've got to educate yourself in stock, but you want to make sure that your money is multiplying on its own. I will say that in the entertainment industry, we like to party. So
like animals.
we like to party. So you want to make sure that you're at least budgeting how much money you want to put to the side for that. Otherwise, you just need to stay at home or do things that are free. When I first moved out here, I got a job as a server. Servers don't like to save their money. We like to get that cash and then go right to the bar. As well as I'm an actress. So I learned the hard way, not being able to pay some bills, racking up on some credit card debt, and which in turn was messing up my credit, that I can't keep up with the Joneses. There are a lot of credit unions that you can sign up with that will give you free money. That's one thing I will say. When you're getting a bank account, make sure you're looking up banks that are giving you money to be able to sign up with them. Whether it be $50, $20, whatever. If they say, if you sign up with us, we'll give you $50 in your account, that's immediately $50 you can put in your savings. What else? And that's another thing with credit too. You can use credit to leverage to get more money. So like when I fixed my credit, I was able to go to the dealership, get my car without them even looking at my employment or anything. They just said approved on the lowest interest rate possible and go out the door with your keys. That's how you're able to leverage going on vacation. These credit cards give you free money. When you sign up with them, if they have a really good rewards program, like Chase has a really good rewards program, where if you sign up with them, you spend a certain amount of money within 3 months, you'll get $20,000 reward points, which is $200 that you can use to pay off that credit card bill or use to pay your bill. And that's what you use credit cards for, to pay your bills. A lot of people don't let you know, the 1%ers don't let you know that they use all of their credit cards to pay their bills, and then you just pay off the credit card. So that's some of the financial things I learned. Actors, entertainers don't know about that a lot of times.
Nice. So you have really like come into the game and just created a whole instruction course on how to, the both worlds, like managing both worlds, keeping your credit straight and keeping up in the industry and staying true to yourself. Some of our listeners wanted to know how they can access your credit repair services.
You can go to rcrdiy.com. That is where we have our ebook that we have. And then also, if you reach out to us and you just have questions about your own specific credit repair process, just send us a message. We're here to help you. I can even sit down and talk with you and evaluate your own credit for you and let you know what steps are possible to get to that 700 plus credit score club.
Okay. And can you say it one more time?
It's rcrdiy.com. And then our Instagram handle is real credit repair. Real credit repair.
So rcrdiy.com. All right, folks. And then also, while you're at it, go to our Instagram and we will have some more information up there as well, where we'll tag Carolyn Elise as well as her credit repair company. So if you go to gettingtothefocus.com, also in the description box, I will upload her information as well on our YouTube channel. So just check that out after the show. We are going to take a quick break, I believe, to get our sponsors in. So we will be right back.
Looking to podcast shows and do not know where to start? The Evening Rush Network can help you with that. Call us at 929-441-2417 or email us at theeveningrushnetwork@gmail.com for dates and prices. We got you for all your podcast needs. The Evening Rush Network. Tune in, subscribe, and share.
What's up, y'all? Your boy Shice, Mr. Talk of the Town, letting you know now the Evening Rush Network now has the app. So catch it on the Google Play and the App Store. And you can catch all your podcasts like The Evening Rush, Let's Talk Crazy, The Queens of NYC, Sex, Love, and Alcohol, Plug, J.Mac Fitness, I Am Nicole Clara, On Everything, and Getting to the Focus, and the barbershops and mics. That's right, all your favorite podcasts all in one place at the Evening Rush Network app. That's right. So catch all your favorite shows. What are you waiting for? Download it now.
Welcome back, y'all. If you are just tuning in, we are here is J.Mac and Bklyn Phatz on Getting to the Focus podcast. We are sponsored by Sayings by Butter and Gear Up on J.Mac Lane, where you can get your customized gear and apparel. Just hit us up, and also make sure you go to IG and follow at Getting to the Focus podcast. And also make sure you tune in on YouTube so that you can subscribe and also hit the notification bell so that you will be alerted of our new shows. If you're just tuning in, we are here with writer, actress, entrepreneur, Carolyn Elise, who has graced us with her presence. Yes, she is here giving us the nitty-gritty of the entertainment business and also having financial stability as an entertainer. She has been feeding us some good stuff, y'all. So if you missed it, y'all got to catch that playback. Sorry, because she has been with us and we are so happy to have you. We thank you for coming. And I think we just do you have time for a couple more questions or do you have to skate up out of here?
Yeah, I'm okay right now.
Okay. So I wanted to ask because I know we were talking about, some of your experiences in film. What is actually your favorite part about being an entertainer?
That I can be my playful, goofy self. That I can be these many complex characters that can just give so much to this world. I like the fact that entertainment is able to speak on issues that aren't necessarily brought to the forefront. That film and television can open people's eyes in a different way than just, for one, film and television opens your eye to different types of cultures, different types of people, conversations can be had. So I just love that part of entertainment and that I can just be myself because I'm so goofy and I can just play so many different roles. So
yeah. That sounds like you're a people's person then. You enjoy
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
So what bothers you the most about the entertainment business?
The lying. And what I mean by that is the entertainment industry, even though it can bring a lot of things to the forefront, they also tell a lot of lies, which is the fame, the fortune, everything that people see on TV, and they're like, oh, I want to be famous. I want to do that. You really don't, because you don't know what it takes to get famous, to be famous, to maintain fame. A lot of people are miserable. They do work you to the bone on set. And then people of color need to be on the TV screen far more often. And our stories aren't being told. There are some stories being told, slavery and everything, but we don't get to see who we are amongst ourselves. The conversations that we have. We aren't just drug dealers. We aren't just pimps and prostitutes. We're so complex. So that's one thing.
That's what basically we have more to offer to the to the screen.
No
we do. And we're getting there. It's just, I would like the train to move a little bit faster.
Don't worry. You just got to be patient. It's going to move for you. It's going to take off for you. It's going to take off for you like a rocket.
So Ashanti had a question, one of our listeners. She said, what are you aiming for in your career, if not fame?
I'm aiming to be heard. To be able to... I love kids.
Amen.
And I think what our kids are seeing right now on TV, through social media, it is to their detriment. I don't think the examples that we're giving are helping them at all. Suicide is at an all-time high. So I aim to be a voice. If I can be the Mother Teresa Oprah, well then so be it. One of my dreams has always been to open up an art school for the less fortunate. So that is something that eventually I will want to branch out to the entire nation. But I really believe that's where our focus needs to be, because our kids are the ones that are going to be here when we're not.
Yeah.
And right now our world is in a crazy state.
Yes, that is correct.
So
good stuff, man. Well, we are rooting for you, Carolyn. At least keep doing what you are doing, because you can be the difference in our world, in our future.
And this podcast is doing it.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
We try. We're extremely happy, and we're extremely proud that, you know, we were able to build a platform that can be like positive and try to just spread some joy for a change, you know. So we happy to be here, and we glad. Shout out to our listeners. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting us from day one. Shout out to our network as well. Before you go, I wanted to ask you, because y'all know I love me some Bruce Willis. What was it like working with him? Because you worked with him. He was right. He was up close and personal. What's happening?
So even though I didn't have any lines with him, he acted just like his character on The Rock. It was very method acting. So if you're using that technique, then you are the character once you come on set. So there's it was very focused outside of him being at his trailer. Very focused. So I just got the experience of being able to see him do his thing, learn from him, learn how he navigates the camera, but it was very business on. Very much so.
Not like friendly, like, okay, this is what I came here to do, and this is how I'm gonna do it.
And he wasn't mean or anything at all. It was just, how you doing? I'm focused here.
Oh yeah, I'm here to work. So one question that is being asked right now is, have you ever done like a scene that made you uncomfortable, like a sexual scene? Have you ever done a scene that you regret or anything like that? If not that, would you do that? Would you consider doing that?
When I graduated VCU, I got cast in my first indie feature. And there was it wasn't any nudity shown. I was just in lingerie. But I was very uncomfortable, because that was the first time people would ever see me in lingerie on screen for millions of people to judge, millions of people to see. I had to literally look in the mirror at myself before going on set and say, you got this, love every single part of you. It's a difficult thing to, it's not comfortable on set. You have 50 million people looking at you. You have cameras from every single angle. It is not something that, when you look at it from the TV screen, it looks like, ooh, that's like nice and heated. And it's not that at all. It is action. Here's a camera in your face from here. Here's this angle. And then cut, and then cut again. And there is no attraction per se to your partner doing this. It's strictly business.
Yes.
No, you know, you ain't sitting there really having sex with the person. But it is uncomfortable. You have to get comfortable with yourself and who you are. And it's crazy. Even from that film, I'm on some site where it's a foot fetish, and they rate your feet, and my feet are zoomed in to rate your feet. So I'm like, you just gotta accept who you are and love yourself. As far as nudity goes, I don't think you'll be seeing me, Carolyn, Elise, on anybody's show dangling breasts and everything. No. That's just not me.
To each his own. To each his own.
Yeah.
That's not your forte.
Because, yes, that is very brave of y'all. But I look at Angela Bassett as a role model. One thing
Yes.
she said in an interview is that she wanted to always make sure that her kids and people saw her in a respectful manner. So she's never shown her body or anything in that way, and that's what I aim to stick with.
Nice. So did you actually?
Yeah.
Did you actually ever have? Shout out Angela Bassett, by the way. We love her. Ooh, yes.
Yes. And she is the nicest person. Like, everybody calls her the mother of Hollywood.
Yes.
She actually, when you are there with her, you feel like she gave me a hug. I felt like she was my mama.
Wow.
Like, she's very sweet. So
wow. Did you work with her, or did you just see her kind of in passing, or how did that go?
no, I was actually an extra for the Whitney biopic that she directed.
Wow.
And she literally, it was on one of the last days. It's the scene where you see Whitney Houston performing on stage back to back, and she's going through the different costumes. The last scene after that, she literally stayed back and hugged and spoke to every single extra in the theater crowd. So,
wow.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So we got a lot of shout out to our new listeners tuning in. Mike Murray, Dale, welcome. We got questions pouring in now, but somebody, you got time for a couple more, Carolyn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some Ashanti said, did you ever have to turn down did I already ask that? Did you ever have to turn down a role because of something they wanted you to do?
The reason you might not see me on a lot of different shows now is because I turned down those roles for what they were asking me to do. Physically showing something, or what they wanted me to say that I didn't agree with. I had one director when I first got here. I didn't want to audition showing myself on the stripper pole. And he basically told me that it was going to be a long road for me because I was not willing to do what they wanted me to do. And I'm okay with going the long road. It's okay.
Yeah,
That's all right. I'm keeping my dignity intact. So
that means all money is good money.
Right. And that role was for somebody, just not me.
Not you.
So,
yeah. And it could have opened, you know what? And it's it's that's what staying true to yourself is about. Her turning down that rope could have opened the door for somebody else, and then opened the door for her to take another role that was more of her, that opened a bigger door for her. So it's all about staying true to self. I respect that about you, Carolyn, and
thank you.
That's the way to go. And all you you people out there that want to get into the business, remember that staying true to yourself is really, really important. We all make sacrifices and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you got to be you, and you got to do what's good for you. It's going to show if it's not comfortable. I feel like I can see some roles that people may not have been fit for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
And then Dale asked, has anyone tried to lowball you on playing a role? If so, how did you handle it?
That's the business aspects of acting, and yes, they have. You just got to be able to go in and say, this is what I'm worth. I'm not taking any lower than that. That is also what your manager is for. So once you get here, I will say I've had multiple agents. I've only had one manager. I love my manager. They work for me. They speak for me. They go to bat for me. They are the person that you want when you get out here and you're wanting to have these big roles. Even Michaela Cole had to fight being lowballed, especially for her show.
Wow.
So that's something that's constant. I mean, if I presented you with something and said, well, would you take $100 for it? If you took the $100 for it, okay. I don't have to pay you the $1,000.
Exactly.
So that's just business,
Wow.
So you bond with them basically from day one, the management team you got now.
Nice. Yeah. And I always kind of wondered this about management too. So like, if you don't mind sharing, how are they paid? Like, is it like a contract thing? Like, are they paid when you get paid? Do you have to like give them a monthly salary? Like, how does that work?
No. So, that's a big no. If someone comes to you or presents themselves to you and they say, I'll rep you if you pay me this amount of money, run away. That is a scam.
Oh.
Managers and agents alike will sign you on a contract, generally for a year. And whenever you get booked, that's when they get paid.
Oh.
That's the only time they get paid. Not for any headshots. If a manager or agent say, hey, go to this headshot photographer, pay me this, and you'll get some. No. No. You go get your own headshots, but they literally get paid when you get paid. And you give them a percentage. So in your contract, you're basically discussing with them how much they're going to get of that check per check. So that can range anywhere from 5% to 20%, depending on if you're union or non-union. Non-union, they will charge you a little bit more percentage. It's okay. Sometimes they won't. Union, it's generally 10 to 15%.
Okay, that's interesting. See, I didn't know that. That's a nugget too for all those out there in the acting world, because I saw where I keep getting these alerts on my email about signing my son up for like a casting agency, and like you pay this amount and we'll pretty much get him out there. So that's a nugget, because
like Barbizon. Yeah, I know they're in Virginia. No.
It's a no.
No.
Well, that's a nugget, people. Listen in. Look, y'all getting some nuggets today. The inside scoop. Thank you, Carolyn. We appreciate you.
Welcome. Thank you, guys.
And we glad to have you.
Those who are just now, if you're just now joining us, you're going to have to listen to the playback, because we were here with Carolyn Elise. She is the actress, writer, and entrepreneur who joined us to give us the inside scoop on the entertainment business, as well as her entrepreneurial endeavors to support people in credit repair. So all that information we'll have also available in our description. And you can also follow us on IG and follow her as well, Real Credit Repair.
Credit Repair DIY, or Carolyn Elise as well.
So, yep. And then like I said, we'll have all the updated information inside of the description box. We are excited. We are happy to see what you do next, Miss Carolyn Elise. You working on a couple projects, I heard.
We can't wait for them projects to drop so we can say she was on our show.
Looking for Black actors, Black entertainers, Black crew, because we need more crew that are Black. Money is to be had behind the camera. Please.
Okay, that's what's up.
You heard it, guys. Like, if y'all have any aspirations, dreams, please, that's what Getting to the Focus is about. We want to encourage, uplift y'all, and encourage you to go for your dreams. Go for it. If you want to get into it, I'm sure Carolyn is a wonderful person, so I'm sure if you hit her up, she'll respond, and she'll let you know the inside scoop if you have more questions. We are so grateful for you coming on here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Bklyn, Phatz, J.Mac.
Thank you.
The building.
Yes. We are so excited, and we want to also give a shout out to our network, the Evening Rush Network, who was a Black-owned network, and what Shonda Don is doing is amazing. So if you want to start your own podcast, hit him up, let him know, and we will get you there and get you started. So don't be afraid, just jump in there. Like Miss Carolyn Elise said, there is money to be made in all areas, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, whatever you want to do, just whatever you do, don't give up, because keep it moving forward, because J.Mac and Bklyn Phatz are a testament. Look, you got to keep it going no matter what. So our listeners out there, Ashanti, thanks for chiming in with a wonderful question. She says 757 stand up. Ashanti, where you at, girl? Yes.
Hey.
757. Yes. So we, everybody is making us proud. Speaking of 757, as we exit out, make sure y'all tune in next week because we have another native coming on, Mr. Tommy Raymond Jr., who has started his own branding, has created his own brand and started his own company. So excellence, man. Excellence. Karen and Elise in the flesh. Yes, we looking forward. I'm gonna keep an eye out for what you have coming up because I want to see it.
Yes.
So, yes. Thanks. Shout out to Dale. Thanks. He said much respect to J.Mac and Brooklyn Phatz for knowing your worth and you killing it. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you. Thank you to all the other listeners as well. We love y'all and we hope that y'all are safe and
Caroline.
well out there.
Caroline, can you give us a little acapella before you leave? I'm sorry, Carolyn.
You want to sing acapella
before you leave?
You want a song?
You could blow.
Thank you.
So you gonna put her on the spot like that.
Dang, I'm like, I don't know the song. It's every time I put on the spot, I feel like I don't remember words the song.
You can freestyle it real quick for us. Just freestyle it right off the top of the head.
Freestyle.
Yes, come on. Come on, give people a little taste.
You know what? I got a little rap song.
Okay.
Come on, let's get it.
Every nigga want a chick, say they want a bad bitch and answer for the real shit no more. Always ask for a favor, baby niggas for always ask for a savior, begging niggas for a favor. They don't make their own paper no more. Not just an ass, never twerking for cash. Not a bad bitch about class. So when I walk past, no, they don't make them like me no more. There we go.
Yeah, give her a round of applause.
Yo.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Bars. Yeah,
that's what's up.
I'm trying to think of a song to sing.
See,
I said freestyle. Freestyle mean off the top of the head.
Dude, Mary Had a Little Lamb from Sister Act style.
Oh Lord. Let me see. Let me think for a second. Hold on. I wanna know, baby, what we had was good. How come you don't call me anymore? There we go.
Yes.
Yay.
Thank you. See, we got blessed with some of her talent.
Look at how beautiful that voice is.
Yes.
One day she gonna drop that hot mixtape.
Oh, yes. She's double threat.
I do have a song in Marauders if people would like to check it out. It is on YouTube. It's called Almost. It is written by me, sung by me, produced by my sister Ashanti Nicole. And it is in the movie as well.
Yes.
So also that is a good way to get money too. If you all have songs and want to push them to be in films, that is money, residual money that will come in every time that film plays.
Nice.
What about soundtracks? What about
that's what she's talking about.
Of course. Yes.
Oop, that's dope. So how do we get songs to the soundtracks?
What I did, what my character was the lounge singer in that movie. And the sound producer reached out to me and just said, "Hey, you have a song." I didn't have a song at the time, but I went home and I was like, "Yeah, I got a song. I'll give it to you by the end of the week." Yeah, I recorded it and sent it to them. What you want to do is reach out to the producer. Anytime you want to be in a film, go on ahead, look up who the producer is, and if you want to send them a letter with your information, send it out. Yeah. Send it out to them. The way to do that, to find their information, is imdbpro.com. Yeah. It is $20 a month, but I'm telling you, anything you need in the entertainment industry as far as contacts is on IMDb Pro.
Nice. Well, you heard it, folks. Thank you, Carolyn and Elise. Yes, Sean said, don't be scared. Yes, get out there and don't be scared. After the battle, showing up. You gotta show up. Reach out, talk to somebody, and you never know what'll happen. You might end up in a star, a superstar, like Carolyn
For
Elise.
real. For real. Because honestly, y'all, I ain't no singer, but I'm gonna get that money.
I know that's right. Yeah. If it's on the table, if it's on the plate, we gonna eat it, y'all. So, yes. So thank you so much for them gems that you dropped today. Bklyn, Phatz, J.Mac here with Carolyn and Elise. Make sure y'all tune in every Tuesday with Getting to the Focus podcast. Share with your friends. Tell them to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. And also make sure you guys check out our brand spanking new app. The Evening Rush app, now available for all your downloading needs and all that good stuff. So we are excited. We thank you. Tune in next week, y'all. We out.
Peace.